A historic night in Munich. PSG crowned champions. Paris Saint-Germain made history. They won the Champions League. It was their very first time. They played against Inter Milan. The final score was an incredible 5-0. This great match happened on Saturday, May 31st, 2025. The famous Munich football arena hosted the event. A long-awaited dream finally came true for PSG and their fans. The 5-0 victory was truly amazing. It set a new record margin. No team had ever won by so many goals. PSG showed complete and utter dominance on the pitch. They were exceptionally strong in their attack. Their defense remained solid throughout the game. This was Paris Saint-Germain's second appearance in a final. They had reached the final once before, back in 2020. However, they unfortunately lost that previous match. This time, the feeling was completely different for everyone involved. The players celebrated wildly on the field with their staff. A glorious new chapter was written in PSG's football history. The story of modern PSG began with significant change. Qatar Sports Investments, known as QSI, took over the club. This happened over a decade ago, in 2011. Their main ambition was clear from the very start. They wanted PSG to win the Champions League trophy. This goal was pursued with great determination and resources. The club was to become a powerhouse in European football. Years of substantial financial backing followed this takeover. The club invested heavily in its infrastructure and players. Many world-class superstars were signed by PSG. Famous names like Lionel Messi once played for them. Neymar and Kylian Mbappe also wore the Parisian colors. Despite all the star power, there were previous disappointments. The team often performed well in domestic competitions. They won many league titles and national cups easily. However, the Champions League trophy remained elusive for so long. This historic victory in Munich finally validates the long-term project. It signifies the culmination of years of planning and effort. It proves that the dream of Qatari ownership was achievable. This win silences doubters and cements PSG's elite status. The appointment of Spanish coach Luisenrique was pivotal. He brought a new vision to the Parisian club. His coaching philosophy emphasized teamwork and structure. He had a clear idea of how he wanted PSG to play. His experience from managing top clubs was invaluable. He aimed to build a team stronger than its individual parts. This marked a significant shift in the club's approach. The focus moved towards a more integrated style of football. Luisenrique initiated a shift from signing Galacticos. The strategy moved away from relying solely on superstars. Instead, the focus turned to genuine team-building efforts. He prioritized cohesion, tactical discipline, and squad depth. Players were selected based on their fit within his system. Younger talents were integrated alongside experienced campaigners. The spirit of the group became paramount for success. PSG played with more unity and collective understanding. There were many examples of teamwork over individual brilliance. Luisenrique had previous Champions League success with Barcelona. He brought that winning experience and mentality to PSG. He successfully transformed PSG into European champions. Paris Saint-Germain's Champions League campaign was impressive. They navigated a tough group stage successfully. They faced several challenging knockout round fixtures. Each match tested their resolve and quality. The team showed resilience and determination throughout. They overcame obstacles with skill and tactical intelligence. Their journey to Munich was hard-fought and well-deserved. They proved they were the best team in the competition. A significant step on their path was defeating Arsenal. This crucial victory came in the semi-finals. Arsenal were a strong opponent, making it a tough tie. Both legs of the semi-final were intensely contested. PSG showcased their quality and big-game mentality. This win gave them immense confidence for the final. It was a statement victory against another top European side. Reaching the final felt like a destiny being fulfilled. The team seemed to grow stronger with each passing round. They learned from every challenge they faced. They managed to overcome moments of adversity effectively. This built incredible momentum leading up to the final. Section 5, Match Day, Dominance, Dissecting the 5-0 Triumph. The pre-match atmosphere in Munich was electric. Anticipation filled the Munich football arena. Fans from both Paris and Milan created a vibrant scene. Both PSG and Inter Milan arrived with their full squads. There were no major injury concerns for either side. The experienced Romanian referee, Istvan Kovac, officiated the match. Everything was set for a memorable Champions League final. Paris Saint-Germain established control from the early stages. An early goal, perhaps a swift move down the flank, set the tone. This immediately put Inter Milan under significant pressure. PSG did not sit back after taking the lead. They continued to press forward, seeking more goals. Their passing was crisp and their movement was sharp. Inter struggled to cope with PSG's intensity. The Parisians looked determined to make a statement. Throughout the middle part of the game, PSG's tactical superiority was clear. Luis Enrique's game plan worked to perfection. They effectively exploited weaknesses in Inter Milan's setup. The French champions maintained relentless pressure on the ball. The final whistle confirmed PSG as champions of Europe. Section 6. Inter Milan's valiant effort, the agony of another final. Inter Milan's journey to the Munich final was commendable. They had navigated a challenging path themselves. Their supporters traveled with great hopes and aspirations. The Italian club was seeking to end a 15-year drought. They had not won the Champions League since 2010. This final represented a chance to reclaim European glory. Their determination to succeed was incredibly strong. They arrived in Munich believing they could win. Inter Milan carried the memory of a recent final loss. They had reached the Champions League final in 2023. However, they were defeated by Manchester City on that occasion. The team was determined to avoid a similar heartbreak. This experience, though painful, could have fueled their resolve. They knew the pressures and demands of a final. Their squad was filled with experienced and talented players. They aimed to write a different story this time around. From Inter's perspective, the match unfolded very differently. They faced an opponent at the peak of their powers. PSG's early goals made their task extremely difficult. Despite the heavy final loss, Inter Milan's campaign deserves praise. Section 7. Rocking the Arena Linkin Park's unforgettable pre-match show. The pre-match entertainment added to the grand occasion. Legendary rock band Linkin Park performed live. This was part of the Champions League final kickoff show. The show was proudly presented by Pepsi. Their performance generated huge excitement in the stadium. It set a fantastic atmosphere before the main event. Fans were treated to a memorable musical experience. It was a perfect prelude to a historic football match. Linkin Park's appearance was particularly special for music fans. The band had recently released their new album, From Zero. This album marked their return after a 7-year hiatus. In Munich, they performed a mix of their classic hits. They also played some new material from their latest record. The crowd responded enthusiastically to their energetic set. It was a powerful comeback performance on a global stage. Their music resonated with the diverse audience in the arena. A unique highlight was a special remix of their hit Numb. This version was inspired by distinctive football sounds. It creatively blended music with the spirit of the game. The show successfully built anticipation for the upcoming final. Section 8. A global spectacle. The world watched history unfold. The Champions League final was a massive global broadcast event. It reached audiences in over 200 countries and territories. Millions of football fans around the world tuned in. They witnessed Paris Saint-Germain's historic achievement live. The scale of the broadcast highlighted the game's universal appeal. This global reach is a testament to football's popularity. It connects people across borders and cultures. The final was a shared experience for a vast global community. Numerous platforms ensured wide accessibility for viewers. The match was streamed on uefa.com and the official UEFA YouTube channel. Local television stations in many countries also carried the broadcast. In the United States, coverage was provided by Paramount+. TUDN also offered the broadcast for Spanish-speaking audiences there. The pre-match show featuring Linkin Park was also globally available. This comprehensive coverage allowed fans everywhere to be part of it. No one had to miss this significant moment in football. The significance of this global reach is immense. For Paris Saint-Germain, it showcased their triumph to the world. It amplified their brand and their status as European champions. For UEFA, it demonstrated the power of their premier club competition. Section 9. Echoes of History. Munich, a stage for champions. The Munich football arena provided a fitting venue for the final. It is a stadium with immense prestige in world football, known for its modern design and passionate atmosphere. It has hosted many significant football matches over the years. Choosing this arena underscored the importance of the occasion. It was a perfect stage for such a historic encounter. The facilities and organization were, as expected, world-class. Both teams and fans appreciated the excellent setting. This stadium holds echoes of past European glories. It notably hosted the Champions League final in 1993. In that memorable match, Marseille defeated AC Milan. That was another historic night for French football. Drawing parallels between these events adds to the narrative. Munich has a tradition of crowning European champions. The 2025 final added another significant chapter to this legacy. The arena has witnessed great triumphs and heartbreaks. The 2025 final will forever be linked with the Munich football arena. It was here that Paris Saint-Germain claimed their first title. The dominant 5-0 victory will be etched in the stadium's history. Future generations will recall this final when speaking of Munich.